Hi guys, so I'm going to be trying today to book WrestleMania 42 way early. There's still Elimination Chamber just before. I just did 6 match each, and we already know a match, so I'm going to put here CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I think they're going to still stay that. I don't think Punk versus Roman Reigns. And that's the heavy weight do I have another marker? No. So give me a second. I'm gonna go get some more markers. So I'll get six match. Just give me a minute here. Alright, got some markers, guys. Yeah, so these videos, so I got markers. So these videos are just, there's no editing. So it's basically if I miss stuff, I have missed stuff. So I got markers now. I'm going to put my markers here. Let's try it out. Let's try this again. Alright, so we're going to start with night 1. And I forgot a few names. Names that are not going to be on here. I know a lot of people think that Oba Femi is going to be against Brock Lesnar. I didn't put this match on here. It's really hard with all these roster. I think the United States Champion, Carmelo Hayes, I think it's going to be on SmackDown or Raw or something like that. I think so. Or a pre-show or something. It's really hard to put everybody on this card. They're like Javon Evans is not on this card. Maybe pre-show or something. I didn't put pre-show matches or nothing like that. And yeah, so you got like Rusev. They're not putting enough Rusev stuff. Cardona's not here. Miz is not there. R-Truth. Maybe there's an Andre the Giant thing in a pre-show or something. Dragunov is not on my card. The White Six is not there. Even if they're doing something with Solo Sikoa and all that, they're not on there. Maybe they do something on SmackDown maybe or Raw. I don't know. But I don't have them. Night 1, title versus title. So I'm going to put the title here. So it is a title. You start very big versus title. So I got Julia. So the United States Champion versus Valkyrie. How do you spell Valkyrie? I think it's Valkyrie. It's like this. So champion versus champion. I think this could be a great match to start WrestleMania. And that is my first match. I think that Julia, I know Valkyrie is champion, but Julia is great. Her music is awesome. She is a good ring performer. I think they should put this match on. That's just me. This is my like fantasy booking, but just almost bookings like. So, but yeah. So Intercontinental. So second match in night 1 is Intercontinental. Intercontinental Championship. Intercontinental Championship. And it's Dominic Mysterio. I don't think he's losing it before WrestleMania, so he's champion. Versus Finn Balor. I think the reason that Finn Balor doesn't beat CM Punk in Chicago at the Elimination Chamber is because Dominic Mysterio does a mistake. He's part of the match and Finn Balor loses because of it, and then Finn Balor is in this match here for Intercontinental Championship. I know a lot of people want to put triple threat match in the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't see that happening. Third match. This is gonna be a big match. I'm gonna have to try to fit this in here. So it's a ladder match, and it's for the Women's Tag Team Championship. And first you have Io Sky. I'm gonna try to Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. I'll just put Rhea versus Bella Twins versus Bailey and Lara. I'll just put Bailey and I'll just put Lyra, because you can't have not Bailey in WrestleMania again. They did it many times. They can't do it again. Versus Charlotte. I know that they're not going to do this. They might do like 4 teams, but I'm just trying to put more names in this WrestleMania. And Charlotte and Bliss. So Alexa Bliss and Jax. So I'll put this here. Jax and and Legend. And then I'll put here Asuka and Kairi Sane. And that'd be awesome. It'd be like the TLC that the Dudleys, Hardys, and Edge and Christian, but a little bit more teams. I know this is a lot of teams, but I mean, it's hard to I would see them maybe not putting the Bella Twins maybe in there, maybe not putting Asuka and Carrie. Then you have 4 teams maybe, but I just put many teams that I can. 4, and here you could have put Obafemi versus Brock, but I'm not gonna put that. It's a 3-on-3 because it's just names. It's just basically not leaving names. So on the good guys, you got Damian Priest. Damian Priest. I put LA Knight because what are you gonna do with LA Knight? They're not pushing LA Knight, so that's why I'm putting LA Knight, and then Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul because he has something with Bad Bunny. And he has something with LA Knight. So he got something there. I'll put Aleister Black. And I'll put... You know what? I could have put somebody else. But I'm going to put Chris Jericho. Right now. I don't think Chris Jericho is right now for Gunther. I know it'd be a better match. But they've been not... If he would have came out at Royal Rumble, it would have more meaning. But I think you could do something else later on. You get Chris Jericho do like a year, and then next year he loses at WrestleMania against Gunther. Then you have, and you can have Gunther watching this match or something like that. 5, it's a undisputed championship. So I'll put here. So boom, there, and there. So on these disputed championship. So you got Drew, and it's Drew McIntyre. I know a lot of people put the old name, but I won't. So versus Fatu. And it's not versus Cody Rhodes. A lot of people said Cody Rhodes. No, I'll put Zayn. Sami Zayn. And that's the main event of this main event. Because the main event is actually going to be a women match. So you put WWE Women's Women's Champion. It's Jade Cargill, and a lot of people will be like, why is Jade Cargill a main event? But she'll do great with the people that she's against. I just noticed I didn't put Liv Morgan. So it's going to be versus Tiffany Stratton versus Liv Morgan. And then why not versus Bianca, I guess, huh? But the more it was, I actually forgot Liv Morgan. That's how there's so much teams, so much roster that you forget names. A 4-way match for the women champion. You can leave Bianca. You can leave. You can't leave Liv. She's the Royal Rumble winner. But yeah. So this is just putting names. That's night 1. Night 2, and it starts really intense. Night 2, like night 1 was starting. I'm gonna go right here. Men's tag team match. Team championship. And the championship with the MIT with Solo Sikoa and all that are not. There might be in the pre-show or something. I don't see them being here. So you got Phoenix. So I'll just put first Jimmy Uso versus Phoenix and Penta. It's a 4-way match for the tag team championship. You have too much people to not have these. They can probably do a third night the way they have roster. Versus Kofi and Woods versus Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. So that's the first match. They start very well. Then we have the career match. So career match, another career match, and the way they did AJ Styles very quick. That's why I'm putting this here. That's why I'm not putting Chris Jericho right away. It's gonna be Gunther, the career beater, versus Nakamura. And I'm putting Nakamura because you have a little storyline that AJ Styles was unhappy because John Cena, because he was disrespecting John Cena. Now, if he could do the same thing about AJ Styles, Nakamura can be pissed off because he's friends with, he's a rival of AJ Styles. I think that's going to be a good story for Gunther. And you know who's going to win here. Then we have, third match is Mask versus Mask. It's, I'll put their real name, Chad Gable, because we know who they are, versus Ludwig Kaiser. And it's the El Grande Americano original and the other one. And I think you could do something very well here. So you can maybe get the other, like, I think it's Rayo and Bravo interfere, and then you got Otis and what's his name? You got Otis and Kawasaki. I can't even say his name. you got Tozawa. Tozawa and Otis help Chad Gable, and you have a little good story there. So we got mask versus mask. So the loser loses his mask. That'd be a good story, I think. Number 4 is the So you do this here. Intercontinental Championship. You got Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. I don't know why I do that all the time. AJ Lee. And they have a storyline. It has to be on WrestleMania. I know they're gonna do a match on Elimination Chamber. It's still a good match. Now a lot of people will be like, "Where's Cody?" Right? What happened in the Elimination Chamber is the Randy Orton costs Cody Rhodes. So you have single match. You could call it mentor versus I don't know, trainee, or you could put like brothers against brothers kind of thing. So it's Cody Rhodes, and everybody wants this. So versus Randy Orton. And I could have went somewhere else with Gunter, with Randy Orton, be like Legend Killer versus Career Ender, but I don't think they're there yet, so that's why I didn't put it. So these are the match. Let's like kind of predict who's gonna win, who I think I would put over. So title versus title, that's the first match. We'll interpret all this. We're gonna say the whole story. Night 1 is title versus title. Julia versus Valkyrie. Intercontinental Championship. Got Dominic Mysterio champion versus Finn Balor. Then you have ladder match, Women Tag Team Championship. So you have 6 teams here. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus Bella Twins versus Bailey and Laura Valkyria versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax and Lash Legend versus Asuka and Kairi Sane. Then you have match 4 is Damien. So it's 3-on-3 man matchup. Damian Priest, LA Knight, and Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul, Alexa Black, and Chris Jericho. Then you have Undisputed Championship, Drew versus Fatu versus Sane for the Undisputed Championship. Then main event is the WWE Women Champion four-way match here. Jade Cargill, the champion, versus Tiffany Stratton versus Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair. Then night 2 is men tag team championship match, a 4-way match here. Jay and Jimmy Uso, the champion, versus Ray Phoenix and Penta Brothers versus Kofi and Woods versus Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. Then you have career match, Gunter versus Nakamura. Nakamura's career is on the line. Then we have Mask versus Mask, the Al Grande Americano versus the Al Grande Americano Original. And 4th match is Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch champion versus AJ Lee. Then single match, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. And then a heavyweight match number 5 is do I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, I'm good. Heavyweight championship is the main event of the night 2 is CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. So let's get into the predictions here. I want Julia to win here. I really want Julia to win here. I think she'll be great as a champion. Double champion. Intercontinental Championship, Dominic Mysterio champion versus Finn Balor. I'm going to go with Dominic Mysterio. He still wins here. Then we have ladder match, Women Tag Team Championship, Io Sky and Rhea versus Bella Twins versus Bailey and Lyra versus Charlotte and Bliss versus Jax and Legend versus Asuka and Kairi Sane. I'm going to go with... This is really hard here. Where do I go? I think I'm going with Jackson Legend. I'm going to go there. You can actually build a main event star with Lash Legend here. Then we have a 3 versus 3, Damian Priest, LA Knight, Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul, Alistair Black, and Chris Jericho. And you're going to go with the good guys, of course. Then we have Undisputed Championship, Drew Champion versus Fatu versus Sami Zayn. And I'm going to put Sami Zayn. And it's not going to change the record against Drew McIntyre on single match here. He still never beat Drew one-on-one. So it could be still a story. I think Sami Zayn winning the championship at WrestleMania is a good story. Then we have the main event, Jade Cargill versus Tenny Fitzgerald versus Liv Morgan versus Bianca. I'm going to go with Jade. I'm going to go with Jade here. I know Bianca's there, but still I'm going to go with Jade. Night 2 Men's Tag Team Championship, Jay and Jimmy Uso versus Phoenix and Penta versus Kofi and Woods versus Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. I'm going to go with Penta and Phoenix here. Why not? I almost went with Bronson Reed and Theory, but I don't know. I'm going to go with that. Gunther versus Nakamura for the Nakamura's career. I'm going to go with Gunther. And it'd be another guy that he retires. Then we have Mask versus Mask. Chad Gable versus Ludwig Kaiser. I'm going to go with... no, I'm not going to go with Ludwig. I'm going to go with Chad Gable here. There you go. Then Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch champion versus AJ Lee. I'm going to go with AJ Lee. Single match, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. I'm going to go with... do I go with Randy Orton on this one? This is really hard. I'm going to go Cody Rhodes. I don't think they're going to get Cody Rhodes to lose. Then we have CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. I love CM Punk, but I think Roman Reigns beats him here. So... let me know in the comments though if you like this booking. Like and subscribe. I know you don't have Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. That's the only one I would actually put on here. But I try to grab the most people I could go. So yeah, let me know if you like this. Like and subscribe. Thank you for our support. And I'll see you soon in more videos. See you guys.